Hi, this is Kate from Izzalicious Designs, and today we're going to be making the last one of my Powerpuff girls on a single loom, and this is Buttercup. The colours you're going to need are black and skin tone, green and white, and we're going to be using googly eyes. Now the googly eyes that I have are a flat googly eye. They're not adhesive and they don't have the sew on part on the back here. We've actually made that. So what you do is you get a sharp pair of scissors or a knife, and you get an adult to help you, please, or if you're a clumsy clot like me, take real care, because I don't want to hear of people getting their fingers chopped off. You're going to make two little slices down the back of your googly eye so that you can fit your hook through like that. And then I use a metal threader, and I made it from a metal twisty tie, and there's a tutorial on my channel on how you can do that. Thread your band in, a skin tone band, and you thread this through like so. Take your hook out and thread the band through. And the same for the other one. Put your hook in, grab a band. This is after you've made your slices in it, little slits, and poke through and pull. And that is how you get a band on a googly eye that is not adhesive and doesn't have a sew on. Thank you, Kay, you are marvellous. Alright, let's get started. Our loom is going to look a bit funky. Columns 1 and 2 are going to be the same height. Column 3 is a bit taller. The way your base plates are going to be are, in this case, I've got the two smaller base plates holding all 3 columns, and the big one is just holding columns 2 and 3 with these pins sticking up ready to accept the next column as we take it off our loom and move it forward. So you will need your Rainbow Loom hook, which has your base removal tool on the back of it, so that we can do that. Colours: black, skin tone green, white, and we're double banding, so you're going to have 2 bands placed together over a peg as if they were one. The arrow is facing towards you, or the open part of the peg is facing towards you. That's really important. When we place these, we're going to put 2 bands here as if they're doing nothing to start with. They actually get stretched across to column 4. So we'll get started now. As I said, double banding, 2 bands. Okay. We're going to do some skin tone. Make sure you push them down. Now, we're going to do these tiny little hair extensions here to sort of give her little wings at the side of her head. Take a single band, wrap it once and twice, and then take a pair of black bands and slide on. And what you're going to do, all we need is just the end cap, and 1 and 2. So take another, like that. Okay, one side is going to go here, and then you're going to push your hook through the end cap and drag it down and stretch it out so it goes over here. Alright. Now, in saying that, I should have probably put crossover bands on first. That wasn't the most intelligent thing I've done. Take the end cap off. Alright, grabbing a single black band, put it under where you've just attached the hair extension. it doesn't have anything for it to stretch onto, so we're going to let it sit above on this peg here. Okay, same for the skin tone area, 2 here, but you haven't got the other 2, so it's going to sit below. The reason I'm sitting it below is because I want to put the eyes here. Now that I've put that crossover band, let's redo our little hair extension, and we'll do our last little crossover band and move it down to the one below. Eyes, you're going to put one eye here, one band for the eye and the other there. We're going to do her little dress, and we need some green, so we'll do 2 green, 2 black, 2 green, 2 white, and then I need 2 black. I'm going to put my hook through, wrap it once and twice, and I'm going to pop it on the end here, like so. I'm going to do an arm, take a single band, wrap it once and twice, and take a double band and slide on, and another double band and slide on, and we will put that here, right there, and that's actually going to act as sort of like an end cap for us as well, which is quite handy. Okay, what we're going to do is, starting here, dig down, and you need to find the 2 top pink bands and loop them across, and the same here, loop them across. Now we're going to dig down and loop up to the hair, then we're going to take this little hair extension off, hold it out to the side here, dig down and find the 2 bottom pink bands and loop up, put the little hair extension back, and then loop these ones up to here. Okay, now I'm also going to loop this one in, just because I don't like, if I'm taking this off the loom, I just don't like leaving that one lying around. So let's gently take this first column off the loom, like so, and we're going to take this column off and move it, and it's going to sit at the same height as the one in front of it. Take 2 black bands and we're going to pop them on this here, and we're going to move this one across. Now I've just thought of something I haven't done, and I need to tell you how to do it. We need to put a crossover band between here and here, and it needs to go on this peg, and we've got the arm sitting there. So what I'm going to do, I need to lift the arm up, just the arm. So take the arm and lift it off, take a single band, figure 8, loop it on itself, and it is going to sit here. Okay, and then we can put the arm back on. I knew I was going to forget something. It's Murphy's Law that I actually would. Alright, dig down, I'm going to loop this one up to here. When we get here, you're going to see there's a little pink band at the top. You're going to lift that up, splay it out, and make sure it goes under the eye, and pop it on this peg, the peg where the other end of the band is for the eye. And then you're going to keep looping up, and then here you loop to the side. This is now able to come off the loom. Gently does it. You don't want the column in front to lose any of its bands. Okay, so there we go. We're going to turn our loom upside down, and we're going to move these small base plates across, like that. And then we can take this column of pegs off, and it's going to go a little bit below the one in front of it. You're going to take 2 bands and you're going to place them on that peg to do nothing for a little while. These ones that were doing nothing, we're going to move across and they are going to sit here. Let's lay our bands. We start with the black ones for her fringe or her bangs, and then we do flesh tone. You can also lay them for this. And when we get to here, we're going to take 2 bands and place them just like that for a second. And these ones go here. Now, what I need to do is take these ones here and move them across to there. Then these ones come up, okay, and over. Now, before we put those over, let's take another 2 and just pop them under like that, so that they are ready for our last column. I'm just going to untwist that too. Alright, we're ready to put our little dress on our girl. So 2 green, 2 black, 2 green, put your hook through, wrap once and twice. And we need to do crossover bands here. We're going to do green, single band, figure 8, loop it on itself, and loop it on itself like that. So making a bit of room here so I don't throw bands all over the house. Oh wait, I already have done that. Let's dig down, find the white bands and loop up. I'm going to do it on both sides. Now we also on this side need to put her arm. Should be armless, simply armless, mate. Alright, single band, wrap it once and twice, slide onto a pair of bands and another pair of bands, and that will pop on here, just there. Let's loop that in. I'm so glad you reminded me of that. What would I do without having you guys around? Alright, now have a looky here. We can take this crossover band and stretch it to its buddy over here. And I believe we have another one here to stretch over, and another one here to stretch over, and we need to put an eye here. And the other thing we need to do is use some crossover bands here. So I'm going to take a single black band, figure 8, loop it on itself, and one is going to go there between these 2 pegs, and then on these next 3 pegs we'll put one here, one here, and one here. Alright, let's continue with our looping. Loop up, push the eye out the way just so you can loop these 2 bottom pink bands up and grab the next 2. Oops, I just grabbed one. There we are. And loop 2 here. Then we loop across to the side. If it feels tight, put your hook in and wiggle it around, and that will release that up. Okay, so next what we're going to do is take this off our loom. Gently does it. Okay, turn your loom upside down and remove the big base plate, move it forward so that you have a free set of pins, and take the next column off. This is our last one. It sits flush with the one in front of it. Take those two black bands that are down here and they move to there. Then we have two pair of pink, drag these two pink up to there, drag the crossover bands so that they incorporate both of these. Okay, and now we can loop up again. Now dig down and find the two top pink bands here, and they go across. Then dig down and find the next two, and they go up. Now there's method in my madness, bear with me. We're linking these ones all together first. Loop those up, and loop these up. Push the crossover bands back with the back of your hook. So we go up to here, and then we're going up this column. When we get to here, here is our little eye band. Pick it up and splay it so that the eye can sit above it. Alright, and we can continue looping this one up. That was the important bit, to get the eye in. Okay, so dig down, find the pink bands. Again, make sure that the eye sits above. There we go. Dig down and find the bands. And I've just thought of something, I need to unhook these. We need to do a hair extension. Single band, wrap it once and twice. Slide onto a double, slide onto a double. So you only undo this one here that we had done up. Place the end of your bands there, and dig your hook down the end cap and place here. Alright, what we're going to do is lift our extension off, grab those pink bands and loop them up, and put the hair extension back on, dig down and loop up. So we're all looped to here, we're all looped to here. Grab these bands, they come down to here. This is the peg that we're tying off at. Okay, so I think we're done. Put two bands, you're going to dig your hook through the bottom of this peg here, grab the two bands, and we're dragging them back up the center and to the back side of this peg. Okay, reclaim the end of your bands and take the two that are closest to you up, over and off, and pull tight. We're going to take this off the loom. Pull and pull. Adjust her face. Pull out her hair. Well, don't pull it out, but make these little wing bits stand out. We're going to take this loop and we're going to hide it behind some of the black bands at the back of her head here. If you are more secure, feel more secure about using a clip, that's completely up to you. So we're going to do a little mouth for her. Take two bands, black, snip one end like that. so that they're basically straight bands. They're not a loop anymore. Grab your hook and push your hook, stab it through the back of her face to the front. Make your straight band, find a little loop again here in the middle. Put your hook on it and drag it through, and then hold one end and pull the other end so that she's suspended on it like this. Push through near her chin area and drag your other side through, making sure that it's in the right spot. Now it's always easier when you've just got 2 rather than 4. You can make sure that you tie them correctly. So there we go, there's our first 2. Now we're going to do the same on the other side. Push your hook through at approximately the same place on the other side. Grab a band, pull it through. You're going to go through the same spot that you went through for the other one. Grab the 2 ends at the back here and tie them in a knot. Stop laughing at me about knots. Oh, I have got such fumble fingers. I really hope my little girl inherits her father's beautiful long fingers instead of my little stumpy hands. Okay, just trim off the excess so that it doesn't ever encroach on the front of your doll. And there, my friends, we have Buttercup. I hope you enjoy making her. Take care. Bye-bye.